Hello once again, witchy people. It is autumn. Why Americans call it fall? Fall. Nothing's coming out right. I do know why you call it fall. It's just that autumn is so much prettier. If you had the choice of calling something autumn or fall, why would you not just call it autumn? Anyway, so today, and it is daytime, which is unusual for me, we are talking punky. And I have talked about this once before, actually. And it's quite a nice tradition. Now, it's believed it started off sort of in the Middle Ages. No one's quite sure when exactly. And it was a precursor to Halloween, really. It was before Halloween was celebrated as Halloween. And it started off in a village called Hinton St George, which is in Somerset. And it's believed it started off when the men would go to the cloth fair in a nearby village of or town, Chisleborough. When they came back, it was dark, and so their wives would meet them with lanterns to help light their way, and the lanterns would be carved in made out of hollow. They'd be carved and made out of hollowed out. Oh, what were they called? Mangel wurzels. I think it was mangel wurzels, which was a type of marigold beet. So yeah, they carved them out, and some people have said that the reason why you'd get the different designs carved into them to let the light out was not just to let the light out, but so that each man could identify his wife by the pattern on the lamp, because it was dark. And then they obviously, the women would be there and they'd light the way back home for their husbands, which is that's sweet. It's really nice. And it kind of gives that idea of, bringing someone home. So, of course, other people say that these lanterns, which were called punkies, which is where the punkies theme comes in, not pumpkins or anything like that, they were known as punkies. It was said that you create these punkies, these carved marigold beets, these made them into lanterns, and you place them outside your house to ward off evil spirits. It was like a talisman, a sign that you were kind of protected. You protected your home with these lanterns, and they'd ward off. And there was it's still, actually, Punkie Night is still very much celebrated in some parts of England. And it's usually celebrated with a parade around the village with people carrying all the lanterns, and sort of like usually competition to see who has the best lantern. Or should I say mangel wurzels. And there is a song that's sung as you go around the village, or the village green, or the village square, depending on where you are, of course. And the song goes something like, and I have to read this with my glasses because I don't know the song off by heart. I'm not that clever. It's Punkie Night tonight. It's Punkie Night tonight. Give us a candle. Give us a light. It's Punkie Night tonight. It's Punkie Night tonight. It's Punkie Night tonight. Adam and Eve wouldn't believe it's Punkie Night tonight. So, yeah, and the people with the best lanterns, you would be picked. And one man and one woman, or one boy and one girl, and they would be the punky king and queen. And that is all about Punkie Night. So, going on to that lantern carving, obviously it wasn't pumpkin carving. They did use beets. They'd use all sorts of root vegetables to carve and hollow out and make into lanterns. I think it started off more than 500 years ago. And the jack-o'-lanterns that we think of nowadays, with all the weird faces on, were simply carved to ward off evil spirits during Samhain, and All Hallows Eve. And of course that depended on whether how you were celebrating as well, depended on when that night was for you. It wasn't always October the 31st. That's Halloween. But All Hallows Eve and Samhain are slightly different. It's convoluted. I'm not going to go into it. It's much easier just to celebrate it on the 31st, to be honest. So yes, it's really nice. Now there are so many things you can do when you're carving a lantern, and using my voice is going, depending on how you carve it, can really put something different into the idea of how you use it. But as I said, 500 years, that's a long time. And Punkie Night, Middle Ages and beforehand, before Halloween was even celebrated as Halloween, Punkie Night was there, and the Punkie King and Queen. And this was before punks even got to 1970s London. Completely off topic. Thank you for watching, witchy people. I hope you enjoyed Punkie Night, and I hope you will enjoy Punkie Night. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.